welcome back to a new video. So in today's video I'm showing you where to shop for alternative plus size clothing. I've done a video on my channel a little while ago where I showed you how to shop for alternative clothing, but in that video I basically showed you how to filter certain materials and colors and stuff to really hunt down that alternative fashion on websites like Shein. But since that video did so well, I thought I would show you where my favorite places to shop are. But yeah, let's get started. So like I did in that other video I mentioned, I'm gonna put a screen recording up of my computer screen so you can see what the websites look like. So the first website I'm gonna be talking about is called Vixen by Pitt. Okay, so straight up, one thing I like about this website is that you can filter it into whatever currency you use. So for me, it's Australian dollar, which I personally like because sometimes websites will just automatically put it in US dollars and then you think you're paying like $80 for something and then you go to put in your card details or your payment details and it turns out way more expensive. So I do really appreciate when a website will let me put it in Australian dollars. One thing I noticed about this website is that there's a lot of different really cool collections. So this one is like cinematic chic if you're into that sort of retro style. There's also this other one, Batman Returns, which I think is just a cool collection that I don't see very often. Also Edward Scissorhands, Beetlejuice, which is really cool. There's just so many different styles. So if I go into, say, Batman Returns, for example, it sizes extra small to 4XL, which is really inclusive, which I really appreciate. But this collection is just so cool. Like there's a crossbody bag, a backpack, there's like dresses. It's more of like a retro style, but I feel like because the collections are kind of gothic, it still fits into that alternative category. There's some like latex stuff, or vinyl. Oh my gosh, there's also an It collection with like Pennywise stuff. So I feel like it is more of like a retro kind of aesthetic, but I feel like you could make it more gothic and like edgy with some of these items, that you could add your own stuff to it. And oh my god, this bag, this Georgie bag is so cute. I love that. So a downside is it is pretty pricey. So if you were more on a budget, then I probably wouldn't recommend this, but I did still want to mention this website just because of how unique the pieces are, and I feel like other than like maybe Etsy, you wouldn't really find collections like this. Also Afterpay is available, which I think is good. I like flexible payment options. So the next website I want to mention is called Natasha Marie. It's free shipping Australia-wide on orders over $200, which is really good. So this again is mostly retro sort of aesthetic, but there is a gothic collection. So if you just scroll down on the homepage, there's this collection here, and I feel like this is more of their like more gothic stuff. So there's a lot of like webbed kind of stuff, stripes, I think like velvet. Again, the pieces are more pricey compared to like something like Shein or something, but the quality would be a lot better. And if you are wanting to pay more for pieces, then this is also another really good option. The sizing is okay, but not super inclusive, and some items are only available in certain sizes. Like I think one of the leather jackets isn't available in bigger sizes, which is kind of annoying. So yeah, like this dress, for example, is only available in small, extra large, and 2 extra large, which is kind of annoying. I wish all items could just be available in every size, so that we don't have to like miss out on certain things. Moving on to the next website, because I do have quite a lot to share in this video. So this website is called Collectif London. So this again has more of like a retro vintage aesthetic, but you can filter by collections. So this is the collections that they have. They have like pastels, nautical, spring picnic, monochrome, cozy. Like there's just so much, and there is an alternative collection, which is awesome. So again, it's showing in Australian dollars. The items are a little bit pricey, but not too bad. I love the shoes, especially. There's some really unique shoes on here. There's a lot of like patterned items if you really like your like bold patterns. There's both men's and women's clothing, which I don't see very often with alternative clothing stores. I like that the reviews are really easy to see. They're just displayed down the bottom. And there's also a ton of like accessories and brooches and like earrings and stuff. So the next website is called Kitty Deluxe. So this website has hundreds of different items. It's probably the best place for like alternative or gothic homewares. There's also lots of Killstar and Sourpuss items if you like those brands. There's free shipping over $150. There's a ton of different dress styles. Like this tartan dress is really cool. It does go up to a 4XL, which is nice. There's lots of different patterns and colors. There's velvet ones here that are really gothic, which like with like the harness neck detail. I like that there are plus size models as well as straight size models. The prices are still around the same as the other ones. I'm also pretty sure it's an Australian company, so if you like buying local, then this is also a good option. There's free domestic shipping for orders over $151. So the next website is called Disturbia. I'm pretty sure this is a UK website, but you can get it to show in your currency. So this is more of like a true gothic grunge sort of clothing website. It's more of like a darker vibe. So these items go up to a size 20, which isn't super size inclusive. I wish they'd go up to like a 26 at least, but a 20 is still okay. I'm pretty sure Kmart's plus size section goes up to a 20 or like maybe a 22. So they are still stocking plus size, but it could be a little bit more inclusive. I also just wanted to mention that this website does have a lot of harnesses, which I think is really cool. I usually get my harnesses from Shein, but I find that it's kind of hard to choose the sizing. Like you have to go off the reviews. Whereas this actually has small to medium or medium to large. I also love the shoes on this website. They're a little bit pricey, but I'd say they'd be really good quality. It's also free Australian delivery on orders above $300. So moving on to a website that I've spoken about a lot on this channel is Shein. You've probably heard of Shein. I've done so many Shein hauls on my channel. I'm also doing more in the future. I'm also thinking of doing hauls from all of these places, so let me know if there's a particular one I mentioned that you would like to see a haul from. But Shein is a classic place to get alternative gothic clothing. They're very size inclusive. They've also extended their sizing up to like a 7XL, which is just incredible. Like all clothing retailers should be doing that. I don't know why it's so hard to find clothes bigger than a 4XL. So I really like that Shein did extend their sizes. So I'm not going to talk about Shein for too long because I feel like everyone does already know about it. But I like that everything is super affordable. You can use Afterpay, so there is flexible payment options. There's so many different items for like every single aesthetic. Like I feel like you would have no issue finding your aesthetic on Shein. There's always sales, there's always coupon codes that you can use. It is fast fashion though, and I know Shein is very controversial. A lot of people have different opinions about it. So if you are looking towards more like slow fashion or like small businesses, then maybe some of the other companies I mentioned would be more fitting for you. And also the quality might not be as good as some of the others that I'd mentioned. So again, if you want to see how I find alternative and gothic stuff on Shein, then make sure you go and watch my other video. But moving on to a similar website is Romwe. You can get some Romwe stuff on Shein, but Romwe also has their own website. I feel like they provide the more like gothic alternative clothes on Shein. You can filter by aesthetic, which is great. I love that. It makes life so much easier. So like here they have goth, sweetness, kawaii, which I feel like are pretty big aesthetics. They go up to a 5XL, which is really good. And I just feel like it's exactly like Shein, but they really focus on the aesthetic items. So this is a good way to just skip everything else on Shein and just find this kind of stuff. They also have a lot of like 90s grunge. They have a lot of like cool earrings and accessories. There's like stickers and stuff. So the next website I'm moving on to is BlackMilk. I feel like again most people know about BlackMilk. I feel like they're very famous for their collabs. They've done one with Pokemon, Hello Kitty. Like I feel like any collab you can think of, they've done it. So you can filter by collections. You can also filter by your vibe or aesthetic. So there's Goth at Heart, which is obviously what I'm drawn to. But there's also like rainbows, unicorns and glitter if you're more into like colorful stuff. And then you can also choose between pastel goth and dark goth, which again is really cool. I like that you can filter by that. So it looks like they go up to a 20 or a extra large, which isn't super size inclusive, but it is kind of getting there. So yeah, they have some really cool unique items, like a lot of plaid, a lot of like really true edgy kind of stuff, like the stuff you'd think of if you think of edgy gothic fashion. I love all this like Kuromi stuff. I do wish they would have plus size models on here because I haven't seen anyone that's plus size yet, and I've scrolled like a fair way down. So I definitely think they need to include some plus size models, but if you are a size 20 or lower, then this could be a great place to shop. Again, it is kind of pricey, but the quality is definitely there. There is Afterpay available, and it's also really cheap shipping. So the next website isn't really like clothing, but it's called ShoeMe. So obviously it's gothic alternative shoes. So I like this website because it does have demonias. I feel like every goth loves demonia shoes. I don't have any yet, but I would love to get some in the future. But there's just so many cute gothic shoes on here, all really great quality. Like there's the typical demonias that everyone wears. It is pricey, but you get what you pay for, so yeah, that's kind of to be expected. You want to pay a lot for shoes like this because they will last a really long time. They do sell clothing, but it's more for like pole dancing and stuff like that. It is free and fast shipping, free returns, so that's all really great. But moving on to the next website is Beserk. I feel like, again, this is a super popular website. There's free delivery on orders over $89. This website, again, can be a little overwhelming. There is a ton of stuff on here for different aesthetics, different pop cultures, brands, just everything you can think of. There's clothing, there's cosmetics, there's shoes, there's a ton of homewares, accessories, like basically just anything you can think of, Beserk has it. You can filter by brands. There's a lot of really popular brands on here, like Demonia again, Killstar, Manic Panic, Blackcraft. So yeah, some of the websites I've already mentioned you can just get on here. This is kind of like a wholesale kind of situation for everything just combined, which low-key kind of stresses me out sometimes because there's just so much to look at. But if you do just want one place to get everything, then this is a good option. It's relatively size inclusive, but the things for bigger sizes is limited. I do like that there is a big sale section. Yeah, there's always a ton of different stuff on sale, like different homeware stuff. There's like sticker packs, there's bags, there's like squishmallow things. There's just pretty much something for everyone. You can also filter by collection, so there's like punk clothing, witchcraft, pastel goth. Again, the prices are a little bit more expensive, but again, you're paying for big brands and amazing quality. So the next website we're going to talk about is a small business. It's called Trash Queen, and this is all plus size friendly alternative clothing, which is perfect. So this small business is owned, designed and operated by a plus size person named Paige and their partner Allison. It's all hand-drawn design, so everything is unique. You can filter by aesthetic, so you go to shop by vibe, and there's like 90s, there's colorful, cute, dark, gross, which I haven't seen before, but that's really cool. Bimbo, witchy. There's just so many cool different aesthetics. So like if we go to dark, there's so many unique items. Everything's made to order, so you know you're getting something really unique that probably a lot of other people don't have. So they go up to a 5XL, which is great. The prices are shown in US dollars, and I don't think I can change that, so you just have to be aware that there is going to be a price difference. Down the bottom it says Fat Chick owned, designed and operated. I love that. It's slow, thoughtful fashion. So if you don't want to shop at somewhere like Shein, then this is more of the way to go. And of course we always want to be supporting small businesses. So the next website is Tragic Beautiful. It's free shipping on Australian and New Zealand orders over $89. Again, this is more of like a gothic style of website. It's Australian owned, which is awesome. It has a ton of the popular gothic brands like Killstar, Blackcraft. If we go into the plus size section, there are actually plus size models, which is great. I love that. It's relatively size inclusive. Some items go up to a 2XL and some go up to a 4XL. Again, the items are more pricey, like this skirt. It is Killstar brand, so you are paying for that bigger brand. There's also a ton of information about them being sustainable and ethical, so you can read about that if you want to. So the next place I want to mention is called Cider. Again, this is a pretty popular company. A lot of people have done hauls and everything from Cider. It's very similar to Shein, where everything is really affordable. It's free shipping over $59. There's a whole section about them being sustainable if you want to read up on that. I would say these pieces are a bit more higher quality than Shein, although the prices are relatively similar, if not maybe a tiny bit more expensive. They go up to a 4XL. You can also filter by aesthetic again, which is great. So you just go pick a mood. There's cute, retro, hot, grunge. So we go to grunge. There's a heap of really cool items. There's like harnesses. There's like these really cute like striped, like distressed sort of jumpers. There's like 90s style grunge dresses, stockings. So straight sizing does go up to XL, and then obviously Curve and Plus goes up to 4XL. The next website is called Shop Tunnel Vision. So this site is very size inclusive. It goes up to a 7XL, which is just absolutely amazing. The prices are shown in Australian dollars, which is great. I love this slip dress with like the spiders on it. Like that is so like 90s, but it's also really cool. So if you're really into like your 90s grunge, then this would be an amazing place to shop. Everything is just bringing back so much nostalgia. They also have a lot of vintage stuff as well if you're interested in that. So they also have this section called the buyback program. So if you return, I think it's like old Shop Tunnel Vision pieces that you've bought, they'll relist it on the website. So you can get like 50% off or 70% off, which is really cool. I like that they're not just like throwing the items away or like encouraging you to throw the items away. Instead, they're wanting to like resell them at a discounted price. So I think that's really cool. It definitely makes it a lot more sustainable. I think the prices are pretty fair. I mean, they're kind of pricey, but I feel like they're probably similar to like Cider's pricing. And also I feel like I'm willing to pay more for like pieces that are very unique or like very like nostalgic, because you don't really see that too often. So the second last website I'm going to be talking about is Dangerfield. Again, a super well-known brand. So Dangerfield plus size section goes up to a size 24. I don't know what their plus size section is like in store. Yeah, I would probably purchase online. I feel like people have had mixed reviews about going in store, so just keep that in mind. The items are a little bit pricey, but they do have a big sales section, which is good, with items with like 50% off. They do have accessories, but I saw on TikTok that someone used to work at Dangerfield said that they get their accessories from AliExpress. I don't know how true that is, so don't take that as a fact, but I did see that. So yeah, I don't know I'd buy accessories from Dangerfield, but the clothes do seem really good quality. And then the very last site I'm going to be talking about is called Lacy Girl Club. I recently found this company on Instagram. I absolutely love this brand. Basically what you do is you can send in a t-shirt, so it could be like a band tee, it could be like a Rick and Morty t-shirt, like any t-shirt that you want, you can send in, and then like this picture, she'll add a fabric to it and turn it into a dress. You can have like frilly sleeves, you can have the dress whatever length you want it to be. I just think it's so cool. Like, it's such a creative way to reuse old band tees, because I go through band tees like super fast. Like, I hold on to them for a long time purely because I don't want to just get rid of them. So this is a really cool way to give them a new life. So this is a couple of examples of the ones that she's done. She also does like little skirts. I'll also put up a couple of her Instagram pictures to also show you some of the ones that she's done. I think also if you have leftover fabric, she can make you a little tote bag to match with the dress. It looks like she also has some upcycled t-shirts, so you can choose one of hers if you like, and then she'll turn it into a dress. But if you want to send in your own, this is what the website looks like. So you send in your t-shirt and then you choose the fabric. There's like a cow print one, there's like plaid, so many different colors. If you see my recent closet declutter, you've seen how many band tees I have. Some of them like don't even really fit me anymore, like around the stomach area. So it would be perfect to send them in and get it made into a dress that I can wear again and give the t-shirt a new life. But that is it for today's video. I really hope you enjoyed it. Let me know if you've bought from any of these companies in the comments below. Also, let me know if you have any other company recommendations. I'd love to know where else I could shop. Let me know if you want me to do any hauls from any of these places that I mentioned. Make sure you subscribe to my channel, hit that like button, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye!